Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Hooray for a new year! And with the new year rolling on in, you know what that means. Time to figure out which tax software we're going to try. Woohoo! Pumped! All right, well, today we take a look at TurboTax. It's been around since the mid-'80s. It's definitely one of the most well-known companies out there. They seem to have a never-ending budget to advertise between now and April. Yet, so many people absolutely despise using TurboTax that there are numerous articles covering the topic as if it were actually news. Plus, TurboTax recently announced it left the IRS Free File program, causing even more grumbling. TurboTax reviews are less than positive sometimes, to say the least, and many users only use it once before they look elsewhere. Plus, the price can be a little bit of a sticker shock, especially if you think you're getting one tier only to discover you need to upgrade to a more expensive pricing tier, but not till halfway through your taxes. Or even worse, at the very end. It happens all the time. So if that's where you're at, ready to look elsewhere, you've come to the right place. Let's talk about the TurboTax alternatives. This guide will introduce you to the basic TurboTax features and how this software stacks up to some of its competitors. You can see a full list of the best tax software at thecollegeinvestor.com. Oh my goodness, we dive very deep into a ton of different software. So check it out. Okay, so first let's compare TurboTax to other tax software products. Before you shop around for some new software, we have a chart at thecollegeinvestor.com. Inside this article, it's named the same as the podcast, where you can see and kind of dive a little bit deeper on this. But let's touch on a few things. TurboTax, the free version, only free for W-2 and Social Security income. The free version of H&R Block, it has a robust free tier, actually. W-2, Social Security, unemployment, and more, all included in the free tier. Tax Slayer, the free tier only includes W-2 income, unemployment income, Social Security, and educational credits. And Tax Act, they only have free federal filing this year and limited to W-2, Social Security, and unemployment income. All right, let's do a quick breakdown of the TurboTax software. TurboTax offers an abbreviated free version that works well for consumers who don't itemize their taxes or plan to take any specialized deductions or credits. But make sure you understand the limits of the free tax software, and we have a link to all of those at thecollegeinvestor.com. But for everyone else, they offer 3 paid versions of their online product: Deluxe, Premier, and Self-Employed. These products range anywhere from $40 to $199 and aim to help consumers save money through deductions and charitable contributions. The Self-Employed package goes the extra mile, by the way, to search for industry-specific deductions and credits that a lot of people don't even think about. And you'll find some extra guidance on some tricky tax ideas, too, for the self-employed, like deducting mileage, the home office credit, and more. And all versions of online TurboTax offer an audit support guarantee, meaning you're not going to be left to fend for yourself if you're audited for any reason. If you want live one-on-one support, you're going to have to fork over some extra cash for one of the paid versions of the product. With TurboTax, they place their CPA help as an additional cost for every level, and it all starts at $70 or more, depending on which level you choose. Now let's do a versus here. 2 heavyweights. TurboTax versus H&R Block. Both H&R Block and TurboTax offer that audit support guidance we talked about, live tax support from trained tax professionals, and also a free version perfect for easy filers. H&R Block's free version, though, is significantly superior. It actually lets you file with W-2, Social Security, unemployment income, and a variety of other credits and deductions. Paid versions of H&R Block flow very similar to those of TurboTax. They offer a free basic version, $30 deluxe version, $50 Premier, and $85 self-employed version, so prices are significantly less, The self-employed version has superior benefits too, which ease the tax stress for small business owners and entrepreneurs alike. And we also love the fact that both offer live customer support you can access online. But we like the fact that H&R Block still has physical offices for people who just want some hand-holding, figuratively speaking. And the bottom line, both H&R Block and TurboTax offer similar pricing and features. H&R Block has a little bit of an edge in terms of pricing and customer support, in our opinion. And the next contender to take down TurboTax, TurboTax versus Tax Act. Okay, so when you look at TurboTax and Tax Act from a distance, it's easy to see why someone might actually choose Tax Act. The software is significantly less expensive, first of all, even for their top-tier online product. We also love how Tax Act offers a 100K accuracy guarantee. So that means they're going to cover the difference in the case of a higher tax liability, and they will pay all legal and auditing costs required if you're up for an audit. Tax Act does offer one-on-one customer support, but it's not known for wowing consumers with a lot of hand-holding. Plus, the free tier is one of the most limited of all the free file tax software options this year. So for this reason, you might want to go with TurboTax if you anticipate needing a lot of help. Next up on the docket, TurboTax versus TaxSlayer. TaxSlayer offers several tiers of software aimed at consumers with all kinds of different tax situations. Their classic and premium versions, those are geared to filers who maybe have some slightly more complicated tax issues than the average person who files only a 1040. Their self-employed software offers special features for people who need some help figuring out what they can and cannot deduct, and of course some other tax issues specific to small business owners. Generally speaking, TaxSlayer is less expensive than TurboTax because it offers fewer perks and features. But you get access to all the tax forms at their lowest price point, so for filers that know what they're doing, there's some significant savings here. So which alternative to TurboTax is right for you? No tax software is perfect for everyone. Each product has its pros and cons, and some do offer features that provide more support to consumers in different tax situations. So the best software for you is whatever option fits your budget and helps you file your taxes with minimal stress in the end. That's it. And, of course, bonus points for companies that offer some live support so you can ask questions as they pop up. Should you go with TurboTax or somebody else? We hope this little tiny podcast of a guide today has at least got the wheels spinning a little bit to help you decide. And that is our show for today. If you have any other questions, concerns, comments, please follow us. We're all over social media. You can friend us, like us, subscribe. What are some other things that they say? Hashtag, all that stuff, whatever you want to do. We're there. Just search for The College Investor. You'll find us. You can also check out this article and so many others on tax software. It's amazing what we've put together at thecollegeinvestor.com. Thanks again for stopping by today. We'll talk to you again real soon.